The Pittsburgh Steelers, they just got put on notice by a key starter. And the starter I'm talking about is Justin Fields. It's looking like he just made a demand to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is coming as rival teams. They're really taking notice of the quarterback. And guess what? He's available on the open market. What's up? This is Sports Talk Steelers. Hi, I'm Sean. I'm your host. Hey, I'm part of a Sports Talk family. I'm a Bears fan primarily with the Bears channel. We're looking to expand because we love covering the NFL. I'm here to give you an impartial view on the Pittsburgh Steelers. So join us, hit the subscribe button. Would appreciate it. So let's look at this. Justin Fields, as a Bears guy, I know Justin Fields really, really well. And I think even before he was with Pittsburgh, his NFL future, it's one of the more intriguing storylines heading into these seasons, heading into this offseason. And the quarterback, he has a clear demand for the Pittsburgh Steelers or any other team that wants to sign him. I'm going to fan-sided here, but this is everywhere. Justin Fields is definitely the name to follow right now in the NFL offseason. Coaches across the league super intrigued by the quarterback, but he has one condition that must be met for the Steelers and probably any other team. He wants a guarantee from head coach Mike Tomlin. He's demanding to know what the plan is. Basically, he wants assurances that if he comes to the team, he can compete for a starting job and that it's taken seriously. No plan B. Dual threat quarterback Fields, he actually had a really good year. He threw for 1,106 yards and 5 touchdowns against 1 interception in 2024 in limited playing time. He also added 289 yards and 5 touchdowns on the ground. I mean, these are impressive numbers, and it's given his run as a starter was really cut short. Let's hear from the owner. What does the owner have to say? They're both capable quarterbacks, talking about him and Wilson. And my preference would be to sign one of them. So that'll be the priority. And I think that'll give us the best opportunity to move forward. We've got a whole quarterback room to fill. And so there's jobs open in there. I wouldn't be surprised if we look in the draft as well, either this year or next. So that's got to be the priority. And then Rooney, he talked about whoever ends up remaining with the Steelers, they're likely going to receive a longer contract. And someone receiving a longer contract, that sounds like he's talking Justin Fields because Russell Wilson is really old in the tooth. It kind of, but in the same thing, it kind of appears that neither of these guys are guaranteed to start long term. It's really non-committal. This is to hear more from Rooney. It sort of takes 2 to tango, so we'll see where it goes. I think my preference would probably be to have something more than a 1 year in place next time around. But we'll see what it takes. I thought both Russ and Justin showed promise in certain stretches during the season. I think they're both capable of being starters in this league. So we have decisions, and these guys have decisions too. I don't know if that was super helpful by Mr. Rooney. I think it suffices it to say Fields' future with the Steelers. It's unclear at best. Contract is due to expire in the coming weeks. 25 years old. You guys know a first-round pick. I certainly know of the Chicago Bears in 2021. And he started the season really strong with the Steelers. He got the nod. It was due to that weird, wasn't he pushing a sled? That weird injury by Russell Wilson. By the way, that is such a Russell Wilson way to get injured, pushing his sled as a quarterback. But anyways, Justin Fields got the start. He had the reins of the team. He got him off to a 4-2 record. But then I thought it was kind of odd at the time. Mike Tomlin, not convinced, opted instead to elevate Russell Wilson into the starting role after recovering from that calf injury. And Wilson, he made a positive start too, right? And I can kind of see what Mike Tomlin was looking for. He was looking for a little more of a dynamic passing threat, but it's still got to be a winning team. And he started out really well, really good start, but the Steelers ended up dropping final 4 games of the regular season, missed out on the top spot in the AFC North, and that kind of really put the nail in the coffin. Swift exit in the playoffs at the hands of the rival Ravens in the wild card round of the playoffs, and that must have just really hurt. And we're kind of looking at Wilson's future. I think the former Seahawk, the former Bronco, I think he's heading for the exit door, but Fields is still there. And this is according to ESPN's Jerry Fowler. both Fields and the Steelers are open-minded about striking a new deal, but the former Ohio State standout, he wants these assurances once again that he has a genuine opportunity to win the starting job and he's not just a placeholder. And this is from him. This is from Fowler. This one's complicated because I do not know that there's some sentiment in the building for bringing back Justin Fields. Was just on SportsCenter. Both sides, Fields and the Steelers, are certainly open to a potential reunion. Fields wants a realistic shot to start. He wants a clear path to be the guy for the full season, which he wasn't last year. And if you kind of look at it last year, he was never Pittsburgh's plan. He got put in the starting position because Wilson was hurt with that silly injury. He balled out for the Steelers in a lot of ways. He carried the water. And then the Steelers really went away from him. And now he's kind of in a different spot. He's like, hey, I want to be a Steeler. I truly believe that he does. He looks great in the uniform. But he's like, but you guys have to make a commitment to me. You have to take me to prom. I have to be your first choice, whatever analogy that you want to use. Because if you're from Justin Fields' standpoint, he's like, I did everything that you wanted me to do. I had our team on a really good trajectory. We were on a win streak, and you bench me. So now Fields has some leverage. You've got a lot of teams that are going to be looking for him that have spots to fill. I can think of like Cleveland, Tennessee, the Jets. We just talked about Aaron Rodgers. You've got other teams that are really aggressively looking for a quarterback. You can even put the Raiders in there. You can even put the Rams with Stafford rumors of him going somewhere else, even the Saints. Like, you've got a lot of openings here. And all these teams, most of them, the Jets, the Raiders, the Rams, the Saints, Pittsburgh as well, all teams that are not picking even in the top 5, most of them not even in the top 10 in Green Bay in April. That's where the draft's going to be. And with the top prospects, Cam Ward and Shadur Sanders, they're going to be off the board by the time they're on the clock. So this is kind of a weird situation. This isn't a good quarterback draft. If a team wants to fill a quarterback position in free agency, they have to, because they're not going to get it from the draft. And this is just a really interesting thing. Tennessee has a shot at a quarterback out of those teams. But yeah, just a really interesting situation. I think it was mismanaged last year, giving an outside view. And being a Bears guy, I fully understand what you get with Justin Fields. You have big, great, beautiful plays with his legs. He has an accurate long ball, but then you have these what are you doing moments that really sour you on him as a player. It's almost like he's the character from Peanuts, right? Holds the football and you get all excited, and then when he tries to kick the football, it's drawn away. Maybe I'm aging myself there, but I understand the thing with Justin Fields. I think it requires a commitment to him as the starter, keep his confidence there, and you just have to commit to the guy that you bring in. We'll see if the Steelers are willing to do that. Appreciate you being here. This is a young channel trying to get it off the ground. Love covering the NFL, and I think the Pittsburgh Steelers, you guys need some more love, some more coverage, and I'm here to do it. Talk to you guys later, and I'll see you. Bye.